What's up, Justin? We're actually going to start the stream in a little bit. Just waiting for some more people to get in. I'm going to talk a little bit more about... this Chet Holmgren game that I think a lot of us saw. Justin, I'm not sure if you saw the game or not, but a lot of people were impressed by Chet. We're going to talk about it. We're going to watch a little bit of the highlights, see if we can't sneak some highlight watching in here. And then we're also going to talk about Jeanie Buss throwing shade, what seems like to me, at somebody, and we're going to figure out who it is. Hopefully you and the family are doing well, Justin. Just going to wait a little bit. Get it going. I have a poll in the chat saying, is this the real Chet Holmgren to beat Arlington next year? Nah, man. Unfortunately, we do not play in the whatchamacallit. Unfortunately, we do not play in the where are they? Not Metro, not Kinko. Wesco. We're just gonna wait for a couple more viewers. I'm gonna close the poll in a little bit. Hopefully you guys get your votes in. Let's see here. Make sure we're live on this channel. Good. We got yes. We got some no's. We got yes. All right. I think we got all the people that we need to in here. So, without further ado, let us start the channel by saying welcome to people that are new or people that are just tuning in. This is, of course, your boy Bernie here on The Charge, giving the latest NBA news and rumors and also basketball opinions. Today, we're going to talk a little bit about kind of what I saw from Chet Holmgren, what I've liked, what I think he can still improve on. But like I said, I have been thoroughly impressed with Chet. Again, I was one of these guys, and I know Pete is a huge, kind of shade and sharp guy, but I figured that in the right situation, Chet Holmgren can shine. And if he said that he was a better Rudy Gobert, obviously a better Rudy Gobert means that he's a very valuable player. You kind of saw what he can potentially do in the NBA. Again, we've seen a lot of summer league games, not only from Chet Holmgren, but we've seen it from many other players. Lonzo Ball had a great summer league the years past. And so you don't want to get too hyped up from this game. But what I will say, and the things that translated for me into this game that's going to translate to the NBA is clearly obvious and bright for everybody to see. So again, I want to tell you guys why Chet Holmgren's shining in last night's NBA, and I think he plays tonight again. Why shining in yesterday's NBA games, it really does help to have those guys that he's going to play with. And so I'm excited to watch that. And again, I know you guys are wondering what the heck is in my background. This is just a meme that came out, or just just kind of some 2K news that came out. Obviously, we know that this is Michael Jordan, and this is like a combination of Michael Jordan and Chris Paul. Definitely looks like this guy. Let me take away my camera so you guys can see. Definitely looks like this guy, if we think about it. But without further ado, let's get started into looking at Chet Holmgren and what happened in yesterday's game. So, without further ado, again, this is, of course, like I said, your boy Bernie here, bringing you the latest NBA news and rumors and also basketball opinions. And again, I'm going to close the poll right now. Closing the poll, just so I can see everybody's chat in my Streamlabs, so I'm not behind on anything. So, Chet Holmgren yesterday played a game against the Utah Jazz. Again, I do not like the Utah Jazz new uniform. I think it's not very nice, but nevertheless, what really impressed me the most about Chet Holmgren, again, we're going to look at some defensive clips here for Chet Holmgren. Again, we look at this clip here. Again, guy tries to use his body. The second jump there is amazing. Again, when it comes to Chet Holmgren, the biggest, I would say, what's up, Tyrese? I would say the biggest issue that a lot of people had was his frame, right? A lot of people, it's all right, man. Chet Holmgren, again, it depends on the situation for Chet. But a lot of people have been very concerned with Chet Holmgren's weight, concerned with his body type. They're like, this guy's too skinny. What can he really do? I'm sure if he did the Kevin Durant push-up challenge, or not push-up challenge, sorry, the bench press that, years before, like Durant couldn't even do a 45-pound on each side bench press. That concerned a lot of GMs. But in today's day and age, you don't have to be super strong. You don't have to be super freakishly athletic. You just have to be smart. And I think that's the thing that a lot of people forget when it comes to Chet Holmgren, is that he's smart. He's smart with it. And Tyrese, I don't know if you want to come on a little bit later. Let me finish the Chet Holmgren stuff, Tyrese, but if you want to come on for the Jeanie Buss stuff, I would love to have your opinion on him or on her and kind of what's going on, who you think is throwing the shade. Still want to see more from Taco Fall. It's not that guy who can defend. Tyrese is in the mud for that one. But Tyrese, like I said, if you want to come on for the Jeanie Buss stuff, I'll bring you on for it, and we can talk Celtics afterwards. So let me know. Okay, sweet. So let me talk a little bit about Chet, go on a little bit more about him. Again, I do apologize to my viewers watching this as a recorded video. I do apologize that there's not a lot of Chet Holmgren. But, so, here's the thing that a lot of people had concerns with, and I'll kind of reiterate my points. They were concerned with his weight. They were concerned with his size in terms of, can he really move the way that they need him to? Again, when it comes to very tall, lanky centers, some of the times and most of the time when it comes to them, especially in, I would say, the American system, I would say in Europe it's a little bit easier. I mean, we see guys like Victor Wembanyama, who I will make a video on some point this coming month. I'll make a trailer video for it and kind of release the video because I think he's going to be a special player in this league. But you see guys like Victor Wembanyama and kind of taller guys like that, like even Porzingis, even though he hasn't really panned out the way that he could still move, right? He wasn't awkward, he wasn't stiff. Whereas people thought, Chet Holmgren, can he really be that guy? Like Walker Kessler is a perfect example. Walker Kessler is a very stiff player, and even Taco Fall to an extent is a stiff player. And so a lot of people were like, well, can Chet Holmgren really do it? He's American. Is he really that good? But from watching his high school tapes, I talked about it numerous times on the channel. Defensively, the dude is going to be an absolute unit in the NBA. The fact that he can block shots, the fact that he has a second jump, and it has a 7'6" wingspan for being 7'1". I mean, this to me is a situation where I think a lot of people really overlook that stuff. Again, I know defense is not the glitz and glamour, and defense today doesn't mean this guy is going to hold you to 0 points in a game, but the fact that he has the ability to alter shots and the system that he's going to be playing in Oklahoma City Thunder, you saw it with this starting lineup. The only person that was missing for the Oklahoma City Thunder in this lineup was Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, and obviously he's not going to play in the G League game. But the fact that you had Josh Giddey in there, you had Pokusevski in there, I'm sure I butchered his name right there, but you have him, Poku, you have Giddey, and then you have Chet Holmgren. Those three guys are definitely going to be people that you want to build around. And again, I think he kind of proved to a lot of people that he is not just some, run-of-the-mill, paper-thin. I know that there's a lot of nicknames that are coming out. I believe the human check code is the number one right now. Let me know in the comment section down below if you feel like the human check code is the right nickname for him. I've heard Slim Towers with him and Poku. The Slimmest Reaper, right? With Kevin Durant being the Slim Reaper, and then Chet Holmgren being the Slimmest Reaper. Let me know if you like those nicknames, or do you think that they should come up with a new one? Excuse me. Again, I'm not a huge fan of the unicorn just because I think it's already been taken, so I would definitely not be using that name. Tyrese said he will still get ate alive by Embiid. Here's the thing. You don't need him to, and I think Embiid plays a different style than I think a lot of people are going to give that remember from Embiid. Again, he's more of he's not a spot-up shooter, but he's not going to be a guy that's always going to bang down the post, right? He's going to be a guy that, okay, let me see if I can take you off the dribble. Slim Shady is a good one. But let's look at the highlights once again. Look, great block right there. Great anticipation. Look at that. Already jumped. Was able to get to that second jump and able to block that guy. This was a great highlight. Again, good save. Josh Giddey with a great pass. Chet Holmgren, obviously, kind of a broken play, off of a save. Boom, hits him. And Chet Holmgren not being afraid to go and attack the paint. I love that about him. This is kind of one of my favorites, kind of more of a pick and pop type of situation. Hit there, Taco Fall, late on the contest, boom. That, to me, is what makes Chet Holmgren such an intriguing prospect when you think about players coming up in the ranks, players that might be coming up. We talk about Victor Wembanyama. Again, I know I'm a huge stan for Victor Wembanyama, but if you think about that play right there, the things that you could do with Chet Holmgren, not only can you do a pick and roll with him, but you can also do a pick and pop, right? A guy that can kind of stretch the floor, set the screen, pop out, or you can even ghost that screen. Ghosting, again, is where you fake the screen, go over to the other side and shoot that three. There's a lot of great things that you could do there. And I just think when I watch Chet Holmgren, and Sean, I don't know if you have a preference on the nicknames for Chet Holmgren yet, but the things that he could do offensively, the potential, and again, this was my only concern with Chet Holmgren going into the draft and going into his career for the NBA. Again, this is just one summer league game, but if he can really show that he has that ability to knock down that shot and to be able to offensively be able to take advantage of situations like that, where he's able to attack, where he's able to now go to the rim, that is what makes Chet Holmgren such a valuable prospect, a valuable player for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Again, I never think that Chet is going to be a number one, but he can be a very influential number two player where he can really take advantage of, being long and athletic to block, or maybe not athletic, long and quick timing and smart, where he's able to block shots, do a lot of different things. And again, my only concern with him for the most part has been, is he offensively going to take over and do things that I think he can do? I like I said, I've been impressed so far in the first game. Again, it's only one game, but you can see that he's definitely improved as an offensive player. Again, we're going to look at this situation here. Shoots it like a guard, even with the contest right there. Able to shoot it with fluid motion. Isn't a guy that's going to be like, I got to go up to my set and then shoot, right? He's the all fluid shot. It's a shot that's so different than any other kind of big that we've seen before in this. And so for me, I think what I loved about it the most was the fact that you can definitely see that he is going to be a player that a lot of people are going to be intrigued with when it comes to the future of the Oklahoma City Thunder. Again, I like the way he plays. I love his pace. He has a great thing about him. And again, let's look at this. He's going to bring up the ball as a point center. Again, late on it. He's going to shoot that shot. And that's the thing that I found frustrating watching the Gonzaga Bulldogs last year, especially in the Memphis and Arkansas games specifically, was the fact that I feel like he can do this for the most part. I think for what he has in him is that he really is not a guy that, if there's an alpha, and more so in terms of there's a guy that's like the number one on the team, he's gonna defer to him. And it's going to be Shai Gilgeous-Alexander for sure. I think Josh Giddey might be up there. But you can see that he really respects those guys a lot, to where he's going to say, okay, I'm going to sacrifice my own game so those guys can get theirs. And the thing that I love about Giddey is that he's a triple-double machine. I think he can do a great job of passing the ball to Chet on some cuts, even off of pick and rolls and even off of drives. I think Chet can do a great job of exchanging to places. But again, he's a 5-out guy. You can definitely stretch him and use him on the outside perimeter, and then you can use him inside as well. Not saying he's going to be a post-up player where he's going to be back to the basket doing, 2 dribbles, dream shake or Hakeem Olajuwon moves, but what I do like about him is that he definitely has that ability to maybe potentially get there, and that's what's exciting to watch about Chet Holmgren. Again, great move there. Great kind of behind the back, set himself up. Taco thought he was going. Again, great hands. Gonna block Taco fall. I think he got fouled. He got a jump ball right there. That was a good block. Again, Taco Fall is no slouch. He was a very good G League player the last couple of years. And so I think that this was a good test for Chet Holmgren, who again is showing the world why he deserves to at least be in the discussion for the top 3 picks. I know a lot of people were discounting him. They were thinking, well, what could this dude do? He doesn't really do much for you. But you can definitely see that he does a lot of different things for you when it comes to, potentially stretching out the offense, potentially with the offense where you have a 5 that can shoot the ball like a guard. You have a guy that can put it down the floor and go finish at the rim. That is something that is very skillful and something that rarely you see in the NBA and really anywhere in the world. And again, I think Victor Wembanyama is going to show that he's going to be the same type of player. I have to watch a little bit more. I was actually impressed with Jaden Williams yesterday. I thought he did a great job as kind of like that third guy on the team, or I guess the fourth guy. Well, no, he's the third guy because Poku's more of like a role player for me. I don't see Poku as like a guy that's gonna particularly wow anybody, but he's definitely a guy that you want on your team to kind of help out the offense. Again, you have two long guys in Poku and Chet. You definitely could see that he does a great job. But Williams, I liked him. The kid from Santa Clara. I think he's going to be a great player. I love to watch him play, and so I think as you continue to watch him and his growth and development, he's going to be a guy that sneaks up on people in terms of, well, we didn't expect that from him, and that's just because he was a late bloomer. And so I think a lot of people are going to be impressed with him as the years go on. Again, great pass. Like I said, he's almost. I'm not sure if I like the cross, but hey, man, he was strong enough to get that pass. Again, you don't really have that much power when you're kind of legs spread out and you try to get that power. So again, he doesn't necessarily show that he's strong, but you can tell that he can make strong plays, and that to me was a strong play. I know a lot of people are going to say, man, that's not really that strong, but you can see that that was a very strong play. You can see that that was something that was impressive, and so to me, again, making those passes, being able to show that he can do those is impressive to me. And again, on the perimeter, shooting it. Doesn't matter who's on him. He's going to take that shot. I think this is the Durant or Dirk fade. Again, if Chet, like I talked about, and I think I'm going to repeat myself time after time when it comes to this. If Chet can do this each and every time on offense. Again, I want to see him go against the better defending centers. Like, I'd love to see him against Robert Williams. I'd love to see him against even Draymond Green for that matter. I think Draymond Green and that would be a very interesting scenario. But again, the fact that he's able to create that offense, be able to do that offense is impressive to me. And it shows that, like I said, if he can continue that momentum offensively of carrying himself in that manner, I think that the Oklahoma City Thunder have a great core nucleus of Giddey, of Williams as another great player that they added. Obviously, yeah, Poku is a great role player, but Shai Gilgeous-Alexander in that prime age, I think he's 23. These other guys are going to be young. I think Giddey's going to be 20, 21. I know Chet Holmgren's going to be 19, 20. So again, you have a great core nucleus, and I think that they should take advantage of that, and I hope that the Oklahoma City Thunder are paying attention to what they have here. Again, great move there, being able to kind of get into his guy, hit a step back, create that space with his body. Again, this to me was a very good situation right there. Great block to get himself going, get the transition, and that's how basketball is played. You make a big highlight play, two-hand it, get going, leads to a bucket on the other side for the other people. Again, I'm not sure if that's really a highlight, but like I said, I have been impressed so far with Chet. Great rebound, being able to be tall, be able to rebound. I think that he's going to be the real deal. I think that this kid is going to do a lot of great things in this league. And so I am excited to see Chet Holmgren in the league. And I think that we should be all excited about him. I know there's going to be a lot of people that are going to say, this guy's a bust. This guy isn't really what he says he is. You know, he may be a trash talker when it's the lower opponents, but when he gets to the higher opponents, he's not. He's playing scared or timid. I think Chet is the real deal. I think that he's going to be a great player. Whether you think that he's going to be a superstar and, you draft a superstar at number 2, that's going to be up for debate. But what's not up for debate for me is the fact that Chet Holmgren showed you and showed everybody at this point in his career that he's ready to be a player at Oklahoma City Thunder and really help out the offense and really help out a lot of players in this offense. Make it easier for Giddey, make it easier for Shai Gilgeous to be in the right spot at the right time, to stretch the floor, to do a lot of different things. So I am excited. And again, he is not the body type that people want, but at the same time, he is a player that a lot of people need to understand can really do a good job of not only being an elite defender, which, like I said, that's been his skill set since he was in high school, but offensively, if he can develop and show you these type of moves and show you that he can do this consistently, on a consistent basis, the Oklahoma City Thunder have a core nucleus for years to come, and are going to be back where they were a couple years back when they had Kevin Durant and Russell Westbrook and James Harden. Not saying that those guys can be better than them, but the fact that you have a drafted class, and this is how the Oklahoma City Thunder have to do this. They're not a team and a destination where free agents are gonna go fly to them, right? They have to trade, or they have to do a lot of different things. So, if Chet Holmgren can develop that offense and be consistently at the level that we saw in this first summer league game, there's no doubt in my mind that Chet Holmgren can make a huge impact for the Oklahoma City Thunder and really carry this franchise on his back. And so I am excited to see him really become a special player in this league. Again, is he going to be a superstar? Who knows? All I know is that he's an elite defender. I think that he can really do a great job protecting the rim and really show people why he was really the second overall pick, when a lot of people were like, well, Jabari Smith was there. Why didn't you take him? And so I think that's going to be an interesting situation to watch when it comes to Chet Holmgren. Again, I'm not expecting him to be a superstar caliber player, but what I am expecting him to be is an elite defender, a guy that loves the game of basketball and can really do a great job of holding his own when it comes to the NBA and what he does in the near future. Let me know in the comment section down below, people, what do you think of Chet Holmgren? Do you guys think that Chet Holmgren is going to be a superstar? Is he going to be a star? Or do you think that Chet Holmgren is going to be a role player in this league? Let me know in the comment section down below. I'm talking about the rest of the NBA. Let's see here. Okay, we're going to get started with the next story as soon as Tyrese joins my Discord, and then we'll be good and set to go in the near future. Well, not near future, couple that. So let's see here. So Sean said, I'm just hoping OKC lands number 1 pick next year and land Victor. I mean, they have enough picks to where they probably could land him. Be curious to see what options they have there. They'll have a decent record for sure. I think they'll probably be not the worst team, but they'll definitely be up there. Kind of, maybe not. They're not going to be a playoff team or a play-in team, but they're going to be probably one below that. And I think there'll be an exciting league pass team. I'm excited to watch them and see how they do in the NBA, in terms of like facing against, like I said, the tough opponents, and also how they face against the kind of weaker opponents to see like if they can take advantage of some situations. And then as soon as Tyrese is ready to go, we're going to talk about the next story that's coming up. We're going to talk about this Jeanie bus storyline.
Hey, how's it going, Bernie? How you doing?
Good, good. All right, we got Tyrese. We're live. I can stop the music, stop the lo-fi. The only music that won't get my stream banned. So
right. How's it going, man?
I know it's been a minute. How you been?
Yeah, it has been a minute. I'm doing very well, man. Doing well.
Let's see here. So before we get started, Sean said, would Chet and Victor be the most promising big man duo of all time? What do you do with Poku, man? I thought Poku was the next guy.
Poku?
But I think it would be a promising team. I think you could definitely see that if Victor Wembanyama and Chet Holmgren were able to play together, that'd be a dangerous duo. I'm curious, though, to see if the Utah Jazz make any more moves to get Victor. I know that they got rid of most of their assets. They're probably going to get rid of Donovan Mitchell, in my opinion. I don't think they're going to keep
You think
him.
so? Whoa.
I don't think... All right, good. I'm connected. Okay. Yeah, I just don't think, for me, that I definitely could see them being a... I think the Utah Jazz will be worse than the Oklahoma City Thunder, and you could definitely trade Donovan Mitchell. I just don't see them, as much as Danny Ainge wants to say, hey, we're building around Donovan Mitchell, don't worry about it. I think Donovan Mitchell is at that age where it's either he needs to go to a championship contending team or go to a team that's going to really give him the needs that he wants in order to be like, I know he wants to be a champion. I know he wants to work at being a strong player. And so to me, I think I could definitely see Donovan Mitchell getting traded. The question is where. And
that's the thing. Yeah, and that's the thing, right? Like, who would really put together a package for him? The only team I can really think of is maybe Miami, because they kind of do need like a combo guard. So that's one team I think, but I don't know. I don't know if they trade Donovan, man. I know it seems like they're cleaning house with Gobert, but they still have some core pieces: Mike Conley, Jordan Clarkson. I think they can. They're probably going to try to get more role players, maybe like a Lou Williams or something, and some other guys. But I don't see them trading Donovan this year. I think they're going to see how it goes, and by the All-Star break, if it's not going well, then they'll probably get rid of him if he's unhappy.
Yeah, I think he probably will be unhappy.